Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to take your harvested turkey wing, both sets of wings, and turn them into a wing bone call, just like this. This is going to be a 3-step video from all the way from taking the bones out of the bird all the way to the finished product, just like this. So, we got our wing, we got both wings off, one's right here, I've already done it. There's 3 bones in a turkey wing that you need to take out to make this call. So you're going to start out by plucking some of the feathers back so you can see what you're doing. Here's one of the bones right here. This is the main bone. It's the bigger bone out of the 3. What we'll do is we'll take some meat off of it. Take some meat off right here. Slice down the tops of the other bones. The other 2 bones are right in here. They're side by side. You can feel them. So I want to get as much of this meat off and feathers as we can so we don't damage the bones. Okay. We're getting to where we take the first bone off and there's a ball joint that's connected to the other 2 bones. If you take your knife in there, you can feel it and it'll start tearing apart, and you just snap it. Now it is detached from the other 2 bones, and you just take your knife and there's one of the bones right there. Peel some of the meat off and I'll show you a little bit better. There's the big bone. Okay, now we'll get the other 2 out. You can see they're right here. One's right here and one's right below it. So what we're going to do is get some more of the meat and feathers off. You want to be careful, these are a lot thinner bones than the bigger one and they'll break easy. You don't want to just grab a hold of them and pull them off. They're also connected by little joints. Here's the second one. Here's the second one. This will be the actual mouthpiece of the call. It's the littler of the 3, but I'll get into that here in a little bit. I'll get more meat off it and we'll set it over here with the other, and we'll get the final bone out. Get some of the meat. And this bone is actually connected to all these longer feathers like this, and there's different ways you can use these. Arrow fletching. You can actually, if you take these off right, they're all connected together. And you can use these as a fly down cackle, so it imitates a bird flying down from the roost. I'll get into that maybe some other time. But we're going to get this bone out. Kind of got to feel the feathers that's connected to this. This one is actually broke. Must have been where it was shot. So, looks like we're only doing one of the wings. Yeah, this is where it was shot. That's okay, we might still be able to use this actually. It'll just be a little bit shorter. Alright. it's off. It's broke, as you can see. This is what it's actually supposed to look like. This is off the other wing, so we're probably going to be able to do one. But that's all 3 bones and how you take them out of the wing. So step 2 is the cleaning process. I'll show you how to get all this meat off and how to cut them and all that to get them all cleaned. Okay, second step is the cleaning process. What you're going to need is a hacksaw, or you can actually score around the bone with a knife and break it, but this is just so much easier. Your knife, a piece of wire or a metal hanger cut straight, and a round file. So every one of these bones have little joints. You want to cut them joints off. Cut them right at the joint though. Every one of them. You want to cut them long. You're going to end up cutting on this bone later, but you want to cut them long just in case. Put this in the vise. Two. Now 2 of the 3 bones have bone marrow in it. The third one, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside in a minute. This is where the coat hanger or your piece of wire comes in play. You want to push as much of that marrow out. I have a pot of water boiling right now, and we'll stick them in there in just a second after we get all this cleaned up a little bit. So do the smaller bone, be the mouthpiece. Saw both ends off. One. There's 2. You'll do the same thing. You'll poke your wire or your hanger through there. Alright, I'm going to show you the big bone and what it looks like. It doesn't have marrow in it. It's got other bones in it. That's where the file will come into play here in a little bit. All the joints off. Okay, you can see, or I don't know if you see that, inside of there, solid bone through there pretty much. And what you do with your knife is you take it in there and stab as much as you can out. Once you get it pretty clear, you take your file. You can do this after you clean up all the bone. That's what I do. Take your file, because you'll have to use it later to fit your other bones. And just file on the inside of it to hollow it out good. And we'll just scrape what meat we can off right now before we put it in the boiling water. They'll clean up better. I usually boil mine for about 20 to 25 minutes. Then pull them out and clean them up a little bit better. Scrape them off real good. So, I think my water's just about to boil, so we'll get these thrown in there. I'll show you how that goes. Okay, as I'm letting my wing bones boil for cleanup, I mentioned as I was taking them off the wing on how to use these longer feathers that was connected to the bone, the bottom bone. I believe there's 10 of them, the longer ones like this. a lot of people use them for arrow fletching, I know that. And I believe it was Primo's or Nightingale used to make a cardboard wing setup like this for your fly down cackles. So when they're flying off the roost, it imitates the bird flying. I just use my hat and my leg, but I figured since I'm harvesting as much as I can off of this turkey, I'm going to go ahead and do these and show y'all a little bit about them. Cleanup's pretty simple once you get them off. There's a little bit of meat on the bottom right here you can trim off, which I haven't done yet. I'll do that here in just a second. And then what I'm probably going to do is salt it real good for drying up. And I'll probably throw it in my vest. It's just another thing, you know, off of a turkey you can keep the memory of, you know. Just like the wing bone call. All you really need call wise is your wing bone, and you can have this option right here. That's all you need in the woods. You don't have to go out and buy all kinds of calls. This will work. This will call turkeys in. We're actually going to do some video on this, attempting to call a turkey in with this. It's pretty tough right now. They're henned up pretty bad, but hope to show y'all that. And as you're doing your fly down cackle, you know, you just simple like that. So I will throw this in my vest and try it out for a while. Now I'm going to go check on my bones and see how cleanup's going. Okay, now that you've got your bones cut and sanded to make them fit right, what you want to do to get them totally sanitary is bleach them, and then it'll give off the whiter color. I bleach mine for 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll pull them out, then I'll let them dry, then we'll glue them together, and I'll show you how to do that. So now we're going to bleach them. Alright, now that we've got our wing bone call bleached out, what you're gonna want to do is piece it together, which I just did that, and you're gonna want to glue it. Now I just use regular super glue. This is a suction type call, so you're gonna want to fill in around where they piece together all the cracks. You don't want any air gaps or anything, and you don't want it coming apart in the field either. You don't want it just to dry overnight before you use it. Okay. Pretty simple to make. That is a finished wing bone claw. I just finished this one also. And I got 2 more to do. So we got one turkey will make 2 wing bone calls. Then you got your fly down feathers. And also I do my own fan and beard mounts, which I will post another video here in a few days, or maybe this evening if I can get one on the ground this afternoon. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and good luck in the woods.